Lesson 2 from Chapter 9. We're going to cover pages 302 till 305. This lesson is about solids. Remember that a solid is one of the three kinds of matter, which are solid, liquid, and gas. In this photo, we see different kinds of objects. We see a sponge, a button, wirecraft, paintbrush, crayons, Play-Doh, a ruler, and many other objects. Do you think that they have the same properties? Of course they don't, because they have different colors, they have different shapes, some of them are rounded, and they have different textures. Some of them can be bended, just like this wirecraft over here that I already got bended for you. Okay, let's go to page 302. What is a solid? What kind of matter do you see around you? A solid is a kind of matter that has a shape of its own. What does it mean it has a shape of its own? Let us check this rock. If I put it inside this glass, does it take the shape of the glass? Let's see. It stays the same shape. Whereas if I pour this water inside the glass, the water is going to take the shape of the glass. Okay, let's continue. Like all matter, solids have properties. What is a property? A property tells how an object looks, smells, feels, sounds, and tastes. Some solids bend, just like this wirecraft here. Others tear, like papers. Some solids float in water, other solids sink. Let us check this rock again and put it in water. We're gonna see, do you think it's gonna float or sink? Let's check. It's sinking. And I have this piece of paper here. I'm gonna put it in water. You see how it's floating? Okay, let's continue. Page 303. Solids are made of different materials. Some metals, woods, and plastics are hard. Materials can be smooth or rough when you touch them. The chart below shows the properties of some solids. Let's check some of these solids. We have here the rock. Just like the rock I have over here. It's hard, it's speckled, and it's jagged. It's hard. It's speckled. It means that it has many points or patches of different colors. And it's jagged. It means that it has rough and sharp points. Another object is a glass. Just like this glass I have over here. It feels smooth. It's breakable. When I throw it on the floor, it's gonna break. And it's clear because I can see my finger through it. Also a yarn, it's a kind of solid. This yarn in the picture, it's soft, colorful, long and thin. I have this yarn over here. It's soft, it's white, not colorful though, and it's long and thin. You see how it's long? It might get longer also, but I'm not gonna open it all. Let's check the other objects. Like this toy over here, it's blue in color. It's pointy, it has pointy edges. It's made of plastic. The other object here, it's sea sponge. It has a yellow color. It's soft. It's soft just like this toy. And it's scratchy. When we touch it, we feel like we want to scratch our hands. This clay, like this boy is holding here, it's sticky. When we touch it, we feel that our finger is sticking on it. It's bendable and firm. Remember that the clay, we use it in the Play-Doh. Some of you don't know this, but we use it in the Play-Doh. Just like the Play-Doh, when we touch it, it feels sticky, bendable. We can fold it any way we want, and it is firm. It's not like the liquid. Okay, Let's go to the next page, page 304. Now we can have two ways in measuring solids. We can use tools to measure solids. A ruler is one of the ways that we can measure solids. What can we measure? What properties can a ruler give us about a solid? A ruler tells how long, wide, or high a solid is. Some rulers measure length in a unit called a centimeter. Other rulers measure in a unit called an inch. Many rulers give both measurements. Let me check this pen over here. And I have this ruler. And we see it's in centimeters. You see here it's in centimeters. Okay, let me start it from the 0. It gives me 10 centimeters long. Okay. Now, other rulers can measure in inch, just like here the centimeter, but instead of the centimeter you see inch. But they both give the same length, the same measurement. Now, another way in measuring a solid is using a balance. A balance tells how much mass something has. You can measure the same object in different ways. You can measure the mass and the length of a piece of chalk. I already have this balance made for you. Let me show you this stick, craft stick. I'm gonna put it in the first cup, and the coin over here, I'm gonna put it in the second one. We see that the cup that has the coin over here, it's going more down, so this shows that the coin is heavier than the stick. Now let us check on page 305. On this page we see here this chalk. Okay, we're going to measure the length of the chalk is actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 centimeters, you see? But in the next photo, we want to know the distance around the chalk using the string, this string. Now, how can we measure it? Let me show you this pen over here. I want to know the distance around this pen is how much. So I'm going to put this string around it. Okay, and I'm going to take the string and put it over the ruler. It's actually from here. We're going to check how long is it. It's 5 centimeters. So the measurement around this pen is 5 centimeters. By using this string, I put it around this pen, and then I checked how is the length of this string. Okay, so that's it for this lesson, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have any more questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. Okay, goodbye.